Hey guys, Scott Fishman here. As MLW gears up for their big event, January 29th in Kissimmee at the Osceola Heritage Park Event Center for the Battle Riot. We have two participants here making their MLW debuts, I believe. Joe and Mark Coffey, how you guys doing today?
Very well. Yeah, we're all good. Very well.
Good. So this, obviously we're just right outside of Orlando, so a lot of memories when it comes to matches and things like that. Talk about just, making your arriving in MLW, but doing it in a place where you have some history.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Orlando has become essentially a second home for us as we'd settled in here before. Just really looking forward to the opportunity of getting in the mix in MLW, and especially coming back to Orlando. So I think it's the first time in 6 years that MLW has been in Orlando. So there is a sense of anticipation and excitement, as I'm sure the fans will be that night. And I don't think there's any better way, really, for myself and Mark to get in the mix when there's a title on the line as well. So to be debuting for a championship is very exciting to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think, like you said, this Orlando being, like Joe said, kind of a second home to us now. That this being our first night in MLW, it certainly doesn't feel like we're away from home now. This certainly feels like a home game for us.
Yeah.
So really excited for it.
That's the thing. We're very used to away games. You know what I mean? Every day is an away day for us, but this is going to feel like some kind of homecoming as well. So I don't see it being a disadvantage to being in Orlando.
Yeah, for sure. I know you're going to have a lot of fans in attendance for that, those that know your work. Which great thing about wrestling these days is the accessibility. So, they watch you in the UK and all the matches that you've been having, especially in the last year or so. I mean, talk about just, it's interesting, when you're signed by a major company like WWE and then you're moving on to the next phase of your career and looking at opportunities. Talk about just the past year and the evolution and just the thoughts. I mean, so many have walked the similar path as far as like deciding what they're going to do next, and then they believe in their abilities, they believe in themselves, and they show what they can do, and it almost creates a chip on their shoulder to show, hey, this is what I'm capable of, and elevate your game. So what was your kind of mindset in the past year, and kind of just take us through that?
Well, this past year, especially the past 6 months, has probably been some of the most challenging and difficult periods in our careers, essentially with visa issues and everything else. There's a massive chip in my shoulder. I'm not going to lie, a massive chip in my shoulder. I have been a professional wrestler for 16 years and wrestled at elite levels with elite people. We're talking Hall of Famers, world champions. And do I look out of place? Absolutely not. So MLW to me is one of the top wrestling leagues in the world. And I want to showcase what I can do and what we can do as a group. It's that simple. Um, I'm a very hard nosed individual. I say it like I see it. And that's going to translate in the pro wrestling ring as well, especially at Battle Riot.
Yeah, and I think MLW is it's such an exciting place right now, and there's top talent there. And for us, we don't need our hand held, and now's a chance for us to not have to hold anyone's hand. We're walking in there to prove ourselves against some of the absolute top talent that's in the industry right now.
How is it for you as brothers, leaning in on this journey? I mean, Mark starting a little later on, having your older brother. I mean, talk a little bit about how important it's been to have each other when you're going on these travels and how you've gotten closer. I mean, you're always together. I mean, not a lot of brothers might not have that opportunity. We've seen brothers in professional wrestling, but it's gone, one way or another. So how would you kind of describe your dynamic and, when you're going through those difficult times?
Yeah, I mean, like it's the same here as it was for us when we were back in Glasgow. Me and Joe will fight absolutely everyone, and then we'll fight each other. So it's been like nobody can push your buttons quite like your sibling. But when it comes down to it, especially like this past year, when you need somebody by your side, there's nobody better to have than your brother. And again, that's exactly what you're looking for when you go into something like Battle Riot. when it's going to be essentially every man for himself. I know I'm going to have somebody looking out for my back. He knows he's going to have somebody looking out for his back. So, yeah, it's not, we were always close growing up. We've travelled the world together. It's just made us closer. Yeah, it's been a fun journey.
Yeah, and we've always been professional wrestling fans. Like, we love professional wrestling, and for the past couple of years, I feel as if we've dealt with people who don't love professional wrestling necessarily, and it's been frustrating. So our back has always been against the wall, and it's no different when it comes to Battle Riot, because we're going to be back to back fighting everyone else. But see, when it comes down to it, I'd happily say you're looking at the final two.
Uh-oh.
And that's it. See, once we've fought everyone else, as Mark said, we'll fight each other. That's not a problem, because we know at the end of the day, we're still going to be brothers. It's just going to be the best man's going to win that night.
Thanks, Joe.
I don't know. You could share the win and make it a triple threat. I don't know. We've seen crazier booking than that. I don't know what Court has up his sleeve, but Wolfgang also a part of this match.
Yep.
Someone you know well within your group. Talk a little. Does it mean more when you have him as well? I mean, it's kind of a homecoming and a lot of reunion in a lot of ways for a lot of wrestling fans in this event.
Yeah, I feel as if we've built an identity as the three of us as a unit. And going forward just now, we are the GBOT. We are the Glasgow Boys on tour. We are taking this act on the road. We are letting everyone see just how good we are and reminding people, oh, by the way, we are absolutely class at this.
Yeah, and it's going to be exciting to see Wolfgang in there. Probably one of the most unpredictable wrestlers I've ever met in my life, which has been exciting for me to tag alongside him for so long. Sometimes he shows up and he's the most placid, pleasant guy in the world. Other days he shows up and it's prepare for battle.
Chaos.
You never know what Wolfie you're going to get. So I'm excited for everyone in MLW to experience that firsthand.
And he's also a good ally when the numbers game comes in there to have in the Battle Riot.
Yeah, I bet. Strength in numbers, even in this kind of environment, right? Um, what about the tag team scene? I mean, talk about just where you kind of see yourself after this match moving forward within MLW. I feel like there's a lot of potential when it comes to the tag team division within MLW. You have the Skyscrapers and other tag teams, but they're kind of the go-to alphas right now. I mean, just your thoughts on the talent pool there, and where you see yourselves.
Yeah, I mean, MLW as a whole, there's loads of talent there that we've maybe crossed path with before, but never actually got a chance to like get in the ring and chop it up with them. We've maybe been in the same vicinity as a lot of the talent before, but never actually like managed to go bell to bell with them and see what happens. So I think that's something that's very exciting. Yeah, and like Dijak and Bishop Dyer, that's two people that we would love to get in the ring. We would absolutely love to get in the ring with them. Two big guys, like you said, the Skyscrapers, two tall lads. But let's see what happens when you're on your back.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on? I mean, I feel like Scotland is well represented right now in the wrestling business. I mean, Drew McIntyre just became a champion again. You have Isla Dawn. You have yourselves, Joe Hendry. I mean, what is it? Do you feel like now there's like a more of an explosion than in past years? I mean, I just feel like there's this more representation than ever when it comes to this to you guys.
Yeah, I think the world is obviously taking notice, but it's been that way for a long time. With previous companies that we've been associated with, like ICW in Scotland, the amount of talent that come out of that company to do things worldwide really shouldn't happen. Scotland has a population of 5 million. Glasgow has a population of just under 1 million. So the actual scale of that and the amount of professional wrestlers that have come out, we're talking like there's 20 people who have went on to do things in major companies across the world. We just have it in us. We just have a grit. We have a determination. And I think, we're helping people say, oh, by the way, Scotland just isn't some little small country that that can't produce like we have produced. It's been there, it's done that. We've had champions all across the board.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that with when you look at it on the map, and not just Scotland, England, Ireland, Wales, they are all actually smaller countries than you would believe. So it's within us to go out and venture out there and see what's out there and travel. And that's always been in the makeup and the DNA of these countries, is to explore and go beyond what's in their borders. And I think that's very relatable to the wrestling scene there. It's great and everybody loves it, but there's always this thirst for more. Everyone wants to go out and conquer new lands and conquer new places, and I think that's really what you're seeing, particularly with the wrestlers coming out of Scotland now. They're not happy just being, okay, I'm a wrestler from Scotland in Scotland. A lot of people want to go, no, I want to go and I want to take somewhere else as well. That's, very much what we've always wanted to do. We've travelled around and seen what's out there and tried to take what we can from other places and bring it back home, and then go out and try a new place and try and conquer a new land. That's always been the way, and that's the way Scottish people are, really.
And bringing it back to Battle Riot, I'm the understanding that it's also very much a street fight as well. That is essentially what we have grown up doing. So that will not be a problem when we come to face people in the ring.
I bet. One thing I always find interesting, you mentioned traveling internet. You're always traveling. Do you guys have any traditions or things you like to do? I mean, what have been some of the standouts? I know, Orlando known for all the theme parks. Do you like going to a theme park here and there? Is there restaurants you check out? I mean, what do you guys kind of like to do before you when you on your travels?
Well, we're both big football fans, and that's proper football. I know you call it soccer, but it's a ball that you kick with your feet, so we'll call it football. So for us, it's a lot of times it's checking out local teams. We're both big collectors of football shirts, so trying to get like maybe a local team shirt, or like I love coming over here because you get a lot of American, South American shirts and stuff. So I always try and find somewhere where I can get myself a new football top. And apart from that, it's find the best local pub and try the local ale.
Yeah, I also like finding we're both like love the gym, and I just like going to find different training facilities that are unique and that you wouldn't get elsewhere as opposed to your standard, commercial gym.
How do you rate the American gyms compared to where you guys are from?
To be fair, where we are from in Glasgow, again, it's a small place, but in a 40-mile radius, there just seems to be so many amazing gyms. So it's got, it's a tough one to compete with, but there has been some fantastic places that we've got to go to and train at whilst we've been on the road and things. So, I mean, America is very much known for having top level elite gyms. So there has been some really good ones. And to be fair, where we train in Orlando is a place called Lift 365, and it's probably one of the best facilities I've ever trained at.
What about food? Is there anything that you've developed a liking to while you're in the States?
Oh, I mean, I've got
You like a wee uncrustable,
yeah,
don't you?
I've got the eating palate of an 8-year-old. So any sort, if there's Uncrustables or Dunkaroos or something, I'm like, yep, that'll do for
Oh,
me.
classics.
Yeah, there's the old saying you can't outtrain a bad diet, but I'll die trying to.
So you're a
That's the
snacker.
thing. Like, there's so many like temptations in America. Like every street is just every type of temptation.
Yeah.
So it shows a will and a credit to a testament of trying to stay in shape to avoid these American fast foods. But I don't know. I'm trying to think. Well, like a wee Culver's frozen custard.
Yeah.
Actually, that's quite a unique one. Yeah.
I think what's different about like being in the States is to being in the UK. Whatever type of thing you're looking for, whatever you're after in the States, you will find anywhere. At 24 hours a day, you'll find the thing you're looking for. Whereas the UK is still very much like you have to be there at that certain time to get that specific thing. It's not as accessible. Whereas here, just everything's accessible 24 hours a day. So
Yeah.
you know, it's good that way.
And when
That
we're
makes
on the
it
road,
special.
we always love a little Wawa stop. Wawa's been good to us, you know. I like a wee Wawa stop.
Okay, you need to get on Bucky's. You got to get on the bandwagon for
Oh,
Bucky's.
sorry, I yeah, Bucky's like if that is America personified to me.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if
for
you
sure.
walk in and that is America to me. I totally forgot about Bucky's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta love those nuggets. So where do you kind of see your future right now with MLW? Do you want to land on it? Because you talked about you want to work at different places. Is that kind of where you're at right now? You kind of just want to play. I don't want to say play the field, but kind of go around and kind of experience everywhere where maybe you wouldn't have a time to do or the opportunity to do because you were under a contract to one company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's just at the stage we're at now, it is really just taking it, one day at a time. And there is this kind of freedom that, like, I don't know, it's almost like we're modern day pirates. You can just roam around and work here, work there, and do whatever your schedule allows you to do or whatever your schedule wants you to do. But yeah, with MLW, it's just a case of wanting to get this first one under our belt because it's such an exciting company right now, and we're really excited to be a part of it.
And MLW is a place that, you know, we've always had eyes on as well, you know, before moving to the States as well. You know, I do have I'm friendly with a lot of people there. You know, Paul London has stayed in touch with us for a long time and always spoke very highly of it. And it's just getting that opportunity and just taking it with both hands and see where it goes.
Yeah. I think the great thing about MLW is right now you're seeing this momentum build, and it's fun to see a company grow and evolve and elevate itself. And who knows, we may see MLW in the UK. We'll do a tour, maybe get a hometown show there one day. Who knows?
Would absolutely love to see that. Would absolutely love
Yep.
to do it. You know, with what we've seen a lot of companies grow. You know, we were with ICW for a long time and very, you know, similarities, you know, in growth and things like that. And it was always a pleasure to watch that expand because, like, with that company, for example, we done 7,000 tickets in an arena there. You know, it's the scope is there. You know, there's alternates everywhere, and MLW is no different. You know, it puts on a elite level product. So why not? Like, why not reach for the stars and shoot and start touring everywhere?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think MLW is a company that the UK fans would just absolutely attach themselves to. It's got that kind of atmosphere, the atmosphere that UK fans love. I think that's something they would just absolutely eat up.
Yeah, for sure. So, obviously we're talking about the Battle Riot Thursday, January 29th at 7:30 p.m. at the bell time locally at the Osceola Heritage Park Event Center. It's an easy event venue to get to, a lot of space, but tickets going fast, of course. I think they already sold out Chicago. So
Yep.
MLW pretty hot right now. And with this star-studded lineup, I mean, there's still talent even being announced right now. So be in sports YouTube if you can't make it. For you guys, where do you want fans to kind of follow you and kind of catch up and keep track of what you guys are doing?
Yeah, well, first of all, just I would get your tickets now because this is selling very, very fast. And as you said, like even on Instagram, I was just seeing uh announcement after announcement. It is a star-studded lineup. So get your tickets now to avoid disappointment. To follow me, I'm on Instagram at Joe Coffey 88 and I'm on X at Joe_Coffey.
Yeah, and I'm on Instagram at Mark Coffey 90. So yeah, get us there and you can keep up to date with everything we're doing.
I'm on TikTok as well, but it's lost in me to be honest. I don't even use it. It's pointless following me.
That'd be down with the kids.
Down with the kids, don't understand it.
I mean, I saw you. Well, Ashley, I saw you drinking a mug. Are the coffees big coffee drinkers?
Oh, it's coffee by name, coffee by nature. You know, like it's not just a name; it is a real last name as well. But I'm probably 95% coffee all the time.
That's your fuel. Love it. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Joe, by the way, I like the fresh look going into right now, going to the Battle
Yeah, what
Riot.
do you think? I thought before Christmas, you know, I thought I've got a Hollywood jawline under here. Why not? You know,
I was
why
gonna
not?
say, I was like, wow, okay, we're getting
Yeah,
a new company. We're getting, we're trying to look. I like it. a
Yeah,
fresh.
I just thought, it's time. It's time. Why hide handsome?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you guys so much for the time. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to what you guys do in the Battle Riot and MLW moving forward.
Thank you, Scott.
Cheers, mate.